I took us to my favorite trail right behind my house. FYI, there's fireworks going off, so that might happen during this video. So if you hear what sounds like a gunshot, it's just fireworks. So yeah, I decided to come out here today. It's a beautiful day. I've had a rough freaking 2 weeks. Like it has been insane. I believe it is what you call the dark night of the soul. It's been a huge spiritual awakening in the negative sense. It's not been all rainbows and sunshine like most of my videos. As you saw, actually, my last video is kind of when it started, during the full moon. And actually, by the way, today is the full moon. So I'm recording this, I think it's an hour and a half until the moon is actually full. But yeah, the last video I did was for the full moon. And that was when it all started. And it's been an insane week of shadow work. Craziness. So I knew that things were tough because the way I was feeling is heightened emotions. Of course, Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, all the other retrogrades, and then we had the full moon, like the shadow aspects of it. And so I knew something was especially wrong because I was starting to like doubt everything. I was having doubts about what am I doing with astrology and this, you know, everything that's going on. I was just like, is this for me? I was having a lot of doubt. And so with my coach, on our call, he started asking me questions to kind of help prepare me and whatnot. I'm gonna move over here so we have some sunlight. Anyways, he started asking me questions, and I found myself getting more and more triggered. And I started crying. I didn't know why. I was just feeling like I can't do it. So he ended up doing some Reiki on me and channeling some messages. And I was so triggered and in such a deep depression and such a deep funk that I was literally yelling at God. And I don't do that. I was literally like, God, why am I here? Like, this next life, I want to come back and I want to be an angel or a spirit guide. Like, this is too hard. Like, I can't do it. And all this stuff. And the funny thing is that the channel message he got was, he said, angels made an appearance. And that's very rare. And angels don't make an appearance often. And that they were saying that I carry the weight of the world on my shoulders and to feel back behind my back where my wings usually are, and that they're there, and basically indicating that I'm an angel, which is really insane because that's what I resonated when I was in my deep depression. That's what I wanted to be. It was like, I just want to be an angel. I just want to do good for the world. I just want to, you know, be a good person and help, but it's so hard. And all these worthiness issues came up because the shadow work started the week before. And so as I was facing the shadows, actually the same day that I started having my triggers was when my vape pen died, my weed vape pen, which I knew was coming to an end, and I knew I was ready to like quit for the second time. But I didn't expect it to be so soon and so out of the blue. And so all the work, frustration, and all the feelings that I was feeling, I had to actually feel them instead of hiding from them and numbing them. So all the feelings, this has been since November that I kind of spiraled back into my weed addiction. And everything I was hiding from came to surface to be healed. And I understand that now. But at the time, I felt like such a victim. I felt like everything was happening to me and not for me. And sometimes we forget, you know, I can tell people that a million times, but sometimes when things are happening in your life, you forget what you know. And I know that everything happens for you and not to you, but sometimes it just kicks your ass and you forget why you're here. You forget what you're here to do. And anyways, it was a very powerful weekend, or week into the weekend, of feeling so deeply and so heavily and facing all of these things. And today I'm feeling so much better. And it's funny because I did do some journaling for the 111 portal, which is the 369. If you're not familiar, that's like basically like the key to the universe, 369. Each number, like each repeated number adds up to that. So when I did the manifestations, I said my affirmations 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. And so what I realized from this experience is that all of these triggers and all of these shadows came up for me to deal with, because when you're manifesting, you can only manifest at the frequency that you're at. You can't manifest something that if you haven't healed what's within you. So this was all brought up for me to heal so that I'm able to make my manifestations come true. And I didn't realize that at the time. I just felt like, dude, I cannot handle another thing going wrong. Like I was drowning. And so the funny thing is there's this thing called ATX egg, the Harmonic Egg. It's basically like this powerful energetic egg. It has music and like lights, and it's kind of like meditation, but it really it clears out energy. And I went, and I've been trying to book there for a long time, but on a Friday night, I found a spot for Saturday, and I was like, holy shit, I've been trying to book with this place for so long. And so when I get there, I meet the lady, and she's incredible, by the way. Her name is Melinda, and I might have liked her more than I liked the egg experience, which was also incredible. She was a Virgo. She was really into astrology. I'm a Gemini sun, as you know, so I connect really well. I connect well with everybody, but especially Mercury-ruled planets, just because I resonate. I understand the thinking mind. And so we connected on so much, and I just loved her. And I told her that I'd been trying to book for a while, and she said, so the egg's name was Ophelia, and she actually channels messages through the egg. And she said, you know, Ophelia is only opens up when people are ready. And so this was my time. Like it was so aligned. It was aligned as fuck to the fact that I was able to get a spot the next day, which I've been trying to do this for so long. And I did it, and it was I just left feeling so amazing. And just this woman was like an angel. She was like just saying all the things I needed to hear. And then the next day I sat with Combo again, and this time I used another facilitator who was amazing. Her name is Lumen. Danica, my original facilitator, was out of the country, meeting the frog actually. So I tried someone new, and it was really cool to see a different perspective and meet some new people. And we focused on my bottom 3 chakras, my solar, my sacral, and my root. And so that's where I got my combo marks. And I did have a purge, and it was quite powerful. It was like all the emotions I was holding onto just came right out. And I went to my favorite restaurant in Austin, an all vegan place, which I'm not vegan, but after combo, you're supposed to kind of eat like less meat than usual. It was delicious, and I felt restored, and I felt like everything that I had went through, like I just started to kind of like feel like myself again. Everything that I went through was to really help me clear out things that I was hiding from. And so, of course, all respect to weed, I want to get to a point where I'm able to smoke with my friends and, not make it like an enemy, because weed is an incredible plant. But when you're so dependent on something and it's to the point of suppressed emotions, that's how you know that you might want to relook it, because we're supposed to thrive naturally. And yeah, weed can be a good tool for certain things, but when it's kind of numbing me, it's not beneficial, and it holds me back and holds on to blocks and things that I'm not able to face when I'm sober. And I'm telling you, sitting with your shit is fucking hard. I felt like I didn't want to be here anymore. I really felt like that. And now looking back, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if you're watching this and you've felt the same way, why am I here? You are here for a big purpose. Even if it's something as simple as being an angel or a light to someone else, you're here for a reason. So if you're feeling lost or stuck or sad or like you don't belong in this world, I promise you, you wouldn't be here if you weren't meant to be here. So, just remember that, and depend on your friends when you feel that way, especially, because they're going to want to help you through it. I have incredible friends, and I'm so lucky to have had their support during these times, because it was like a lifetime series of just tears and like just pain in my stomach and just feeling so unworthy and unsure. And it's funny because I've been like having doubts, like is astrology what I'm supposed to be doing? Is there something more? Like just having all these doubts about myself, if I'm on the right path and if I've made the right decision as far as like career-wise. And I notice when I pull cards for myself and my energy is scattered and I'm not fully grounded, the message is all over the place because it picks up on your energy. So if you have scattered energy, the cards are going to give you a scattered reading. And I asked the universe, was like, please tell me, am I meant to do astrology? Am I meant to do astrology? And I was pulling all these confusing cards. I wasn't able to get the message. My brain was all over the place. So I just gave up and I decided to watch one of my favorite shows on Hulu. It's called The Bold Type. And I prayed to God, before then. I was like, please give me a sign. Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do astrology? Well, guess what the episode was about? It was about fucking astrology. And this is not a show about anything to do with astrology. It's literally about like media and fashion design, and it just so happened that this one episode was about astrology. And I was just like, God, this works in such mysterious ways sometimes, the way the universe works. And one thing I forgot to mention also about the ATX egg was the fact that Ophelia is, I believe it's, not Atlantis. And the theme of it is 369. And I find it to be no coincidence that during my the manifestation portal, the 369, that I was able to get into the Harmonic Egg, and the theme of that was 369. And she had this whole numerology thing that she told me about, and it's just been an insane week. And it just shows that you have to sit with the way you feel. You can't hide from it because it's never going to go away. It's always going to be there waiting for you to face it. And it's not until you face it that you're able to release it and move through it and then allow yourself to step up. Because now I feel ready. I feel ready to take on the world. I feel ready to step into my purpose, but I felt like I didn't want to be here anymore. And that's such a scary and sad thing to think of, because one thing I always depend on is my spirituality. And even that was questioned this week. But then again, it was proven all over again by crazy, not coincidences, crazy circumstances, different numbers, and just different signs that come through even on a freaking TV show that show me I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And so if you're watching this video right now, just know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, even when it doesn't feel like it. If you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling unworthy or unsure of your path, just know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you don't know what to do next, pray about it. Because I promise you, the universe, God, spirits, whatever you want to call it, will answer. You just got to give it time. It could come in the most unexpected way. It could come through a song, through numbers, through a movie, through your TV show, through being out in nature and just being aware. It's insane. It's never going to be how you expect. Life is never going to be how you expect, not in any way, shape, or form. You can plan things, you can try, you can set goals. Just know that things are not going to go your way, but the majority of the time it's going to turn out better. And so I just wanted to share this because this was a very humbling, surreal week for me. And I'm just so grateful for everybody that's in my life and for all the things that I have yet to come. Just to think a week ago I didn't want to be here anymore. And today I'm like, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to dive in and live and enjoy, even enjoying the simple things, being out here in nature, recording this YouTube channel. It just brings me so much joy. It's like therapy, and I'm so grateful. No matter what happens, we have to remember that this is all happening for us, and it's not happening to us. So thank you for watching. I hope that you have a happy full moon. Release, release, release. So that way you can step into the best version of yourself. Thanks again for watching. Just know that I love you so much, whoever you are. So since we have a little bit of time before the full moon and there's still some sunlight while I'm out here, why not do a little tarot reading? why not? Just for fun and just because I feel like I have the energy for it. So let me shuffle. I'm using the Intuitive Oracle Tarot. All right, dear universe, thank you so much for this opportunity to connect with you and connect with these cards in order to get a message for whatever I need to hear and whatever the viewer needs to hear for this full moon and for the week ahead. Thank you so much. We are truly grateful and we surrender to your message. Okay, we got a couple. We got 3. Let's keep it going. Keep it flowing. Okay, we got 4. I think we can start here. So, okay, so we have the Child. I don't know if you can see it. We have Ace of Swords, Vulnerable, Queen of Coins. So this has been a tough week, I think, for everybody. I don't know many people that haven't been kind of going through something with all this heightened energy. So what I see with the Child card is you've been focused so hard on all your goals and just trying so hard to make stuff happen to the point where you're creating blocks and creating resistance. This card is just telling you to just have fun. Allow yourself to do things you enjoy, and you know, as hard as you work is amazing, but make some time to play and have fun. And so I like the Ace of Swords energy because it talks about clarity and a new awareness, new things coming to like you're finally able to stand in your truth. You're finally understanding why things happen the way they did. Your vision is being manifested, and manifestations take time. Like I said, like you can only manifest at the frequency that you're at. So when you're manifesting, the universe is going to send you things to heal, so that way you can get through the blocks that are preventing you from manifesting. So this is a really good sign with all this releasing energy, especially tonight. I haven't done my ritual yet, but I'm going to be doing it tonight. I'm going to release some more stuff. And if the universe brings me more things to heal, instead of running from it, I'm going to face it and I'm going to honor it, because this was just a trial run to understand why things happen the way they do. And this is really good, a really good card. This is saying that the truth is coming, and that the reason that you're here is for something bigger, and that it's gonna come to fruition. You just have to be patient. You have to trust the path. Trust the path. And stand true to yourself. Do what's best for you. Do what's in your heart. Not what you think other people like, not what you think other people want you to do, but what you want to do. You're meant for something bigger. I know you are. I can feel it. Whoever's watching this, I'm like, it's weird. I'm feeling like a different sensation, like a higher sense of consciousness through this video right now. And I feel like whoever's watching this, you're here for something bigger. And I know that I was meant to tell you that. And it's through being vulnerable. You may have been experiencing some self-doubt, low self-esteem, lack of confidence. I know I have. That's why I'm really heavily focused on my 3 bottom chakras right now, which is the solar, the sacral, and the root. My confidence has been at an all-time low this week, but today I was able to get moving again. I was off work today, which was amazing. I was able to get back to the gym, and I'm feeling like myself again. And so we're gonna have moments. We're gonna have moments where we don't feel our best, or we don't feel confident, or where we're doubting our worth or why we're here. Maybe some low self-esteem. Maybe someone said something that rubbed you the wrong way or that diminished your self-esteem. But just know that that person that did that to you or that said that to you, that's part of their soul contract. They were meant to say that to trigger you, so you could heal through whatever it is that they said that triggered you. That's the whole point. And in that moment, it's so hard to recognize that. In that moment, you're feeling it. It hits home. Our past lives have been through so much that we still hold on to in this life that we aren't aware of. But there's so much that we hold on to that we don't even realize we're holding on to until it all comes to surface for us to deal with and for us to heal. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. Trying to find a good lighting. All right, I think we're good right here, for now at least. So, Queen of Coins. This is all about being social, having fun, enjoying yourself. Like I said, the first card was a child, embracing your inner child. And then we have social butterfly and enjoying the company of the people you love. I have been hiding all week. Now, I've been calling and texting and using this app called Marco Polo that I have to communicate with my friends. But I'm really looking forward to this weekend because it's my best friend's birthday and a bunch of us are gonna go have brunch. And I'm just really looking forward to connecting with people that I love, because I don't think that I could have done that last week. I was too in my head and I didn't need a distraction. I needed to sit with myself and feel it. But this week is telling you to do the opposite. This time, have some fun. Allow yourself to experience joy. You deserve it. Let's see what else. How are you helping us? Okay. All right, let's see. So we got 7 of Swords. We got Unwillingness to Step Up. So this is about looking within and asking yourself, have you been lying to yourself? Have you been doing such a good job at lying to yourself or lying to other people that you find later on that you've lied to yourself? I've been guilty of that. I've definitely been guilty of that. We are so used to living in this program of being told who we are and how we should feel and what we should do and all these things that we become such good liars, not only to other people, but especially to ourselves. We live in a world where there's all of these structures already in place. We're told what our religion is, what our name is, where we're from, who we should be, what job will make the most money, what looks in or what fashion is in or what guys like, what women like, whatever. We're told all these things that it's so hard to be true to ourselves sometimes. And so this card is really telling you to be true to yourself and do what you want to do. And this is a really huge time to let go of self-doubt, make a clear decision, and to learn the lessons that come in front of you. Sometimes we live in a repeated loop. I don't know if you notice that. Maybe you've dated someone, same person, different body, kind of similar story, a little bit different. I know I have. We continue to relive these same loops and repeated cycles until we learn our lesson. And that's the whole point, is that we are breaking karmic cycles by doing so. Who knows how many times we've done that, or relived a loop and had no idea about it. Could have been so many times. And so start paying attention to that. When you're dating someone, when it comes to a job, for me, especially with jobs, I've been known as a job hopper in my past because I know that I'm meant to do more. I'm meant to work for myself. But I was just always so lost. Like, why does everybody seem to have it together and, love their job? And I'm just, and I kept just getting a job and then I'd leave within a year or so. And especially with men, I was having a lot of repeated similar men, different story, just here to teach me different lessons. And I'm grateful for them all. They've been so amazing. And they've taught me huge things about myself. And it wasn't until this year that I started to realize, holy shit, I have been in a loop of the same men, different bodies, for years. And now that I'm aware of it, I'm able to recognize that. And I'm able to put a stop to that and choose myself. And that has been life-changing. And we're not perfect. Sometimes the universe might send you a test. Have you really learned? And, if you don't learn the lesson, don't beat yourself up. You'll realize it when the time comes, and then you'll have an opportunity to choose differently next time. This life is all about learning and growing and becoming better. And we can't become better if we don't go through challenging times, even relationships, heartbreaks, jobs, whatever that looks like. So let's see. All right, what advice do you have for us? How are you helping us? What advice do you have and how are you helping us? Okay. All right, so we got a couple cards. Thinking small. Nine of Cups. The Hierophant. And Balance. So, I know in my experience, I've definitely postponed some things that I've had on my list for this year. And it was because I had to go through this. So, I understand that and I'm being patient with myself. So if you've had something that you've wanted to do and it just seems like it was never the right timing or you were never fully able to get through it or get started, give yourself some time, give yourself grace. It's going to happen in divine timing. Unfortunately, as much as we want to control the situation, everything is out of our control. And the only thing that we can control is how we respond to something. And sometimes it's not going to be very graceful. Sometimes you're going to be like me and you're going to cry and you're going to yell at God. You're going to be like, why am I here? And then a couple days will pass and you'll be like, oh, okay, that's why I'm here. And the Nine of Cups. So Spirit is helping us by once we feel our feelings and allow all the shadows and darkness to move through us, we will be emotionally fulfilled. And it's through hard work and action that this will happen. It's through consistency and staying the course, no matter what goes in your way or what goes against what you're trying to do, or if you have some delays, it's going to happen. You just can't give up. And so the Hierophant, I love to see it. This is, honestly, this card talks about love. So, I don't know, maybe it depends on your situation. This could be if you're already in a relationship, maybe the relationship grows stronger, or I don't know, maybe if you're in a relationship, you've been dating someone for a while, maybe marriage is on the table, or maybe this could be self-love, and maybe you are really connecting to yourself more than you ever have. Or this could be a new love interest. It kind of depends on your situation. But this is all about having faith and trusting divine timing. And so the whole key is to balance things out. Grounding, embrace the masculine and feminine energy. So instead of trying to control and instead of trying to push for something that's resisting, that feels like a rock in a hard place that just won't move, sit with that and get yourself balanced. And you can do that in many ways. You can do that through, of course, meditation, breath work, or even yoga. I find for me personally, whenever I do yoga, that's when I feel the most aligned. And that's what opens your heart. So if you're feeling a little bit imbalanced, this is just telling you to, first off, be patient and take some time for you. Take some time to recenter. So Spirit is helping us by, first off, sending things into our life that need to be healed. Even if it feels like a punishment, it's not. It's for your highest good. And I realize this now too. So Spirit is helping us by showing us what needs to be healed and showing us the path we need to take. And in doing so and taking the action and trusting yourself and God, you will find yourself feeling satisfied and emotionally fulfilled. And looks like God will be sending some sort of blessing, some sort of love, self-love, relationship, deeper connection with your partner. And all you need to do is focus on balancing and letting go of control, surrendering and trusting in the divine. And let's see, the subconscious. Subconscious, this is what we're feeling in the back of our head, is the Chariot. Forward momentum, being determined, determination, taking action, trusting, and knowing when to surrender and let go. So take it easy. If you're feeling emotionally drained, refill your cup, focus on you. And then when you're feeling like your energy's back, hop back on it. Whatever it is that you're trying to do or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, keep going. Trust it. You will see amazing things come. And whether that's new friends, love, the job of your dreams, achieving your fitness goals, whatever that is, it's on its way. And you have to believe that. And when God sends triggers, you almost gotta say thank you. You gotta say thank you. I didn't say thank you, but now I'm like, thank you. And you'll later understand that it was there to help you heal through it. So that way you could release your own blocks, because we block our blessings a lot of the time and we don't know it. So everything that happens, happening for us, not to us. Big lessons that I've had to learn. I hope this was helpful. I love you so much, and happy full moon. Don't forget to write down the things you want to let go of, so that way you can start thriving again.